What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Nerd On Update, the weekly show where we answer questions. But first, we bring our favorite pieces of news for the week that excited us. And also the show where we don't introduce the host because you have to listen to our weekly show otherwise on Thursdays to figure out who we are. Since I always do that opening and I never screw it up and I always improvise it.
Yeah.
How about you go first, Josh?
Why? Thank you, Tom, for such a polite. Hey. Okay. So my news, it's two things. One, very, very quick. 2.5 years after the announcement that it was happening, we have our first piece of casting information about the Amazon Prime show that is coming for Fallout. I'm super excited because I love this actor. I don't think enough people know about him, and that is Walton Goggins. He has been cast. The only information that has been given is that he is cast as the lead role. That's it. So,
that's all I need.
Yeah, that's all I need. I love Walton. Anything, if he's in it, I'll pretty much watch it. I feel like Tom will give me like options, and then I'm going to have to take back my statements like he did with Idris Elba on the Harder They Fall episode. My next piece of news is it's I don't know. I feel like it's like not news because it wouldn't be a major game release if this didn't happen. Horizon Forbidden West is being review bombed. Though it holds a pretty respectable 88. I mean, this at the time that I was putting these notes together, it was an 88 for the PS5 version on Metacritic from critics, from like the professional reviews that are submitted. And that was 106 critics. And the user score, which is 4,500 plus, fluctuating a lot. The user one was fluctuating, and when this was announced or just really reported, it was at a 6.6. When I started doing a little bit more research, it was at an 8.1, which isn't terrible, but some people believe that what was happening is it was kind of like a tug of war. People that were giving it poor reviews, like 0 to 1s, were being, I don't know, fought with the people that are like, this is unacceptable, and started basically fighting against it and trying to raise the score back up. What
was kind of like the center of all the review bombs?
I mean, all of this is a lot of speculation. There's a lot of speculation of what it could be. It could be, I mean, some of it is just, some people quoted it as people are upset that it's so woke because there's a female hero, and there's other I got to be honest, I've played maybe an hour of it. I've been really excited for this game, but I haven't had time to play it. I loved Horizon Zero Dawn. I loved it. But some people think that it's just trolling. Some people think that it's Xbox peeps doing it. It's hard not to think that it's trolls when you see usernames like cool_username and stop defending. I mean, it's hard not to really. I mean, mine's awesome_username, but that's another thing. No.
The crazy thing about that is just like, you know, I think it's kind of like the sad eventuality, right? Whenever anything that has a leading woman in a giant franchise of things, it's just going to get review bombed, and there's always going to be at least a portion of like misogynistic things, but like. When you say like I liked it, you like the first one. You only played an hour.
It's actually one of my favorite games. Is the first one.
Apparently, it was a lot of people's in order for them to make a sequel. So it's just kind of like, but why?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
No,
woman is the lead.
In the chat, B-Rad brings up another thing that there's this. I haven't gotten to a point in the game where this becomes anything that I can even talk about. But there's something about facial hair. That's all I got. I haven't played it enough.
I did see this.
I have no idea.
I saw this meme. I know what you're talking about now. There's a meme that's going around making fun of the trolls because it does show that the graphics are so great that you can see the light hair on the skin. Because
like
man
peach
or woman,
fuzz that humans have?
exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's the
Are
peach
you-
fuzz on her face. And there was actually a joke saying, tell me you're a nerd who's never been with a girl without telling me you're a nerd who's never been with a girl. And it has that tied to it.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this as someone who can't grow facial hair. I want to see that peach fuzz. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Josh, I know. I'm sorry, man. That's what it
I
is.
need
It's the
that.
peach fuzz on her face that every woman has.
Let me tell
every
you, the
person
graphics
has.
are so good. But also, like this game, they were saying that the load screens were so fast that people didn't have time to read the like quick tips, the things that would appear in the thing. So they had to slow
Yeah.
it down. Like slow down the
Too
load
good.
screens. It's
too good.
which is, I mean, I've been playing it and at 4K is a whole different world, everybody. It's a whole different
Mhm.
world. But
Mhm.
it's a beautiful game. Again, first one was one of the first games I ever platinumed. I spent that much time of just like trying to like get everything and get all the experience out of it. And this one, I'm looking forward to digging in. I've been digging into Dying Light 2 a lot, which is, I mean, that's another part. Like they're doing, their launch has just been amazing. They've had patches, multiple patches, and already released, or at least said DLC is coming very soon. Anyway, sorry. Next person. I'm taking over the update. I'll stop talking.
I'll go next so that the fresh meat doesn't have to go next.
Fresh
And my news is a bit of a smattering. So first
Smatter.
off,
smatter.
you know, it's something big in the nerd culture is potentially seeing a live action version of a video game that we all love and a franchise that we love. I think we saw in the chat that there is a point that not everything in the world ever that's a video game needs to be adapted to a movie or a TV show. Yet,
Wrong.
you know what? I think what was it? The Onion posted a meme saying like, major studio in talks to acquire existing IP, and I'm like, every freaking studio is doing that, right?
Yeah.
That being said, you know, BioShock is going to be going to Netflix with Take-Two Interactive. But Uncharted in particular is it had a film. It came out. I think everyone rolled their eyes when they saw it. Maybe the few people that are just like huge Tom Holland Spider-Man fans were like, yes, but everyone else that's like fans of Uncharted were like, just, you know, Michael Scott just God, no, why?
No. No.
And it's rough, right? No one goes out to make a movie or a film that people don't like. In a place where I don't care, Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 40% for critic score. But there's a general malaise about it too, because it just kind of felt like they went for Hollywood actors instead of people who portray the characters well. I want to just kind of bring this up because there is a fan film that IGN published and released that stars Nathan Fillion as the titular role for Nathan Drake. And a lot of people just really enjoyed that and kind of wanted something that felt more like that, even if it was lower budget or whatever. Like if it was a TV show, you know, where Nathan Fillion can run it versus, you know, we'll get the young actors and, you know, we'll make a universe out of it, which is, it's just rough. And I feel bad for them. And that's that bit of news. Second bit, this is Anthony Esteves' favorite show of all time, something that we always talk about and argue about because, you know, he's wrong, I'm right, he's small, I'm big. But Peacemaker had its finale.
Do you really want to taste it?
I can't listen to that song again.
We love that song in this house.
I like the song too. I don't like the music video that goes along with it now. But no, I'm hating.
Big time hate.
I'm hating. No. So James Gunn had quite the, I think, a redemption arc, right? Got initially fired from Disney for unsavory tweets, and then, you know, DC and Warner Brothers, Toby Emmerich was like, "I'll give you my child if you can direct it," you know, like he was just like, please God, direct anything. And all the Marvel fans were all about it. And then, you know, whatever with Suicide Squad came out. We have an episode of it. It came out during a pandemic, which is sad and rough, and I feel bad for it. But that being said, they had a spin-off show, Peacemaker, and the finale, it was just, I feel, as divisive as all the other James Gunn DC stuff, which is the other one, which is
This is me,
interesting
not
to say.
surprised.
It's tough because I feel like there is a definite chasm growing within like the DC fans, right? Like the MCU fandom is pretty much like here are the comic book fans, and then here are the MCU fans, right? And then maybe here are the new adopters, and then with the DC fandom, it's like here are the people who liked what the DCU originally was, people who don't like it, and then are excited for the new stuff.
Is it like a Venn diagram? Like it's just like
it is rough. It is a really rough thing.
It's the Halloween film franchise timelines just going crazy. That's what it is right there.
And so it came out, and it featured at the end of the episode the Justice League, which was a big deal for live action DC fans, right? But the tough thing is that they're all silhouetted, because they didn't get Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, or Henry Cavill to come in, and they got Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller, which is cool to have connectivity, right? To have a morsel is fine, but the thing is, they did still keep Henry Cavill's Superman there. They just didn't cast him in it, which is just weird. That being said, it's kind of like, okay, well, this is supposed to connect. This all is like this greater DCEU, which still uses characters that if you're fans of the show, and if you actually remember, Esteves and I did a countdown to releasing the Snyder Cut, and it's interesting. I would say the least. But for everyone, if you feel like what I'm talking about with Peacemaker is lukewarm, it doesn't matter, because it's still at 95% on Rotten Tomatoes anyways, and it's gotten renewed for season 2 for HBO Max. So it's doing well. If you like it, you like it. If you don't be an asshole and don't jump on people's tweets and all that stuff, and just leave them alone. Just let them like it.
You just can't see it. You just can't see it.
Yeah.
Let them like the thing. Let them
like it. I wasn't a big fan, but I'm not going to go like marching down the streets into people's houses and be like, if you like it, you're bad. I'm like,
liar. I saw you. You had it on your Instagram live. I saw it.
Only you. Only you. I'll do that only to you, because you could take.
You wore a shirt saying War Maker instead.
Said White Devil.
Today I woke up and chose violence.
That's all my news. Now, Mr. Esteves, what is the news you would like to share with the people today?
Well, reporting live, I saw this in the Wall Street Journal. No, I'm kidding. The first bit of news are you holding an orb? Are you a wizard holding an orb?
For the audio listeners, I'm holding an orb because the chat keeps asking about it.
Okay. My first bit of news, I just finished the Apple TV Plus series, Mr. Corman, which was created by and stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I had heard about this show way back when he did a podcast on Mark Maron's podcast in September, and then life happened, and I forgot to follow up and watching the series until this past weekend. And it was 10 episodes. It's a dramedy. It's an interesting imaginative show. Yeah, it is. Basically, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is someone who gave up his passion of creating music because he felt it wasn't working out, went into teaching, and is now kind of regretting it, while also facing this paralyzing anxiety that he suffers from. I love the way they show the anxiety, because for him, when he experiences it, it's a comet that's heading for Earth. And so when it starts to hit him, you see this comet develop in the corner of the screen in the sky, getting closer and closer in him, depending on how bad the anxiety is. And then it shows him going through it. And it did a really good job there was an episode of him on hold trying to talk to someone, and he just couldn't get through, and just showing this Levitt, who I think is talking about his own personal demons that he's had, into this character. And it was really well done. The supporting cast is awesome. Arturo Castro is his roommate. Jamie Chung has an appearance later on in this season. And the one who's working with all Apple productions now, Juno Temple from Ted Lasso.
Oh, wow.
She's in there as well. It's really well done. Oh, Hugo Weaving as well. Hugo Weaving pops up in there too.
Nice.
So it's a very good dramedy. If you like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, as I do, you'll like what he does here. He does a very good job in both the dramatic field and comedic field. in this. So if you have Apple TV Plus, or you need to go over to a friend's house who has Apple TV Plus, check out Mr. Corman.
I liked Angels in the Outfield.
Yes, yeah, yes, yes. Of all the
Oh
things
yeah,
he's
Joseph
been in.
Gordon-Levitt. I like Angels in the Outfield.
Not
Yeah.
Inception.
You mean
not
what he
Inception,
did
Not 500 Days
25
of
years ago
Summer.
or something?
Yeah, 10 things I hate about.
Not
sure.
even Halloween H2O. Not even that. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So there's my first bit, and now my second bit. Are you ready? Because finally, if you smell, I'm getting into wrestling stuff. Okay. All right. So I think you lose half your audience now, probably, because I'm going to wrestling.
No.
Let's wait for it. No, it's going up.
Oh.
Weird.
Oh, wow. So this past weekend was WWE's Elimination Chamber, the pay-per-view that usually takes place here in the States, but this is the first time that they held it in Saudi Arabia. Now, for the past couple years now, the WWE has been having special events in Saudi Arabia called the Crown Jewel. And, not to, get upset or anything, but it's just Vince McMahon trying to get that oil money. That's what it is. That's all I'm saying. So they had their big event.
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber is basically a big cage that surrounds the ring, but there are 4 pods inside the cage, and it's 6 combatants take place.
Like this pod.
Kind of.
It's a podcast? I didn't know that.
Elimination Chamber.
Can we do that? Can we do an elimination podcast battle?
Oh, I'm in.
I'm the one who has the control, so I can eliminate all of you.
So you get 2 wrestlers starting out. The other 4 are in their pods, and after like 2 minutes, lights start to go off, and one pod opens, and a wrestler joins the match. From there, you have to pin your opponent, and the last one standing became WWE champion. Well, as predictable as always, because Brock Lesnar was in the match, the minute he was released, he just wiped everyone out and won the WWE Championship. And I'm saying this in this tone because as much as I don't mind Brock Lesnar in real life, the way they develop his character in wrestling is just not entertaining. He's the unstoppable beast incarnate, and the minute he gets in the ring, matches last maybe a minute.
I just
or
heard
two,
you go
and he just
blah
pins them.
blah blah blah. He just keeps doing the thing, and he comes and he beats people up, and that's what he does.
Wrestling is supposed to be storytelling in a ring. You tell a story for 10, 15, 20 minutes. If I want to see quick wins, I'll watch UFC where Nate Diaz beats a guy in 10 seconds or something. Wrestling, I want storytelling. And I like Brock Lesnar, but his character right now is just boring because it's just not entertaining.
It's so boring.
And that's why you should all watch AEW, where CM Punk is, where the more entertaining wrestlers are at this very moment. Besides Roman Reigns, I'm a Roman Reigns fan on WWE. That's what I got for you. A little upset. I can go deeper, but I cannot take up this entire update.
Where does Gangrel go into all this?
Dude, Gangrel's a legend.
Where's
Okay.
Fangin' and
What
Bangin'?
about
Where's
Hulk
that come from?
Hogan? That's the last time that I ever watched wrestling, and I'm not shitting on it or anything. It just hasn't been in my life. I haven't had anybody that was like,
Hulk Hogan's hips are so obliterated.
Isn't he
should not
like-
ever be?
isn't he like 400
again.
years old or something?
It's around that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I asked about Gangrel is because that's the last one I've seen in real life.
Well, one of his proteges, Edge, is still
Uh-huh.
around. He's still in there, off and on. So they got that. So yeah,
Very nice.
and yeah. So there you have it. There's my wrestle talk.
the wrestle talk. And that ends the news section of our show. The next part of the show is in which we answer questions from you, the people. And if you would like to participate in this section of the show, you can do that. Like really super easily. If you go to nerdon.tv/questions, we made so many ways to submit questions because we love people submitting questions and we wanted to make it easy. I made a website for it, a page on our website for it, nerdon.tv/questions, and it shows all of the ways. The best way, I think, it's my own opinion, is to join the Discord, nerdon.tv/Discord. There are channels within that. And like super like cherry on top, like if you want to support us. Yeah, maraschino cherries. If you want to support us, help us keep the lights on, the cameras going, and the microphones, all that good stuff, allow us to keep doing this, join the Nerd On Nation, nerdon.tv/Patreon. And when you do that, for as little as $4, less than the price of even just looking at coffee, for $1 per month, you can get what we call the Nerd on Nudge, where we will answer your question first. And you can ask questions like B-Rad, shout out. What are some of your favorite surprise Matt Damon moments? These are moments when you're watching a project and then unexpectedly Matt Damon has a cameo or is playing a bit part. For example, Matt Damon playing an actor playing Loki in Thor Ragnarok.
Is that yours, Esteves?
I mean, I'll name one. Interstellar.
Yeah, that was mine.
Oh, damn it. I thought you were going to go the comedy route. My bad. Oh.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You were doing this. You're doing this. I'm like, okay, so he liked the Loki one. I was like, to me, it's Interstellar one's the stupid one. It's just like, what the fuck? It was the most like,
and he's a jerk. And he's a jerk too.
To me, it was like, okay, like he is becoming like Daniel Kaluuya, or Daniel Kaluuya, I guess, is becoming like him. We're like, man, why are we always out here having to save Matt Damon every time? Like Saving Private Ryan.
That was going to be my answer is Saving Private Ryan, just because he is God. Private Ryan. No, actually, my real answer is Eurotrip.
Yeah,
that's the other one I was thinking of. That's the other one I was thinking of.
Oh, Eurotrip, just
what an asshole.
All the piercings.
Yeah,
Scotty doesn't know.
Yeah, I remember when that movie came out and that happened. And you were like, "Is that Matt Damon? It is. That's Matt Damon."
Look, if I was dating Kristen Crook and I found out that Matt Damon, she was sleeping with him instead while I was at church, I'd be upset too. I would go to Europe.
I'd be upset too. Next,
it's not your fault.
Next question.
Not your fault, Tom. It's not your fault.
Steve, do you have another one, or we're sharing Interstellar? Yeah, we're sharing.
Yeah.
That's
next question.
Next question comes from Spencer. Shout out. You're opening the Nerd On Bar and Grill. Each host contributes 1 appetizer, 1 main dish, 1 drink, 1 dessert. What's the menu?
Ooh. Let me look at this one more again. I know I selected. Okay, so 1 appetizer, 1 main dish, 1 drink, 1 dessert. Okay. Who wants to go first? Who got it?
I'll go just to I mean, the appetizer is obviously death cheese. I mean, I'm bringing death cheese. The main I want to go to
So it's death cheese and nachos, right?
Yeah, it's basically nachos. I mean, it's the death cheese you can dip anything. Corey proved it can be put on hot dogs. So, it's fine. I'm going to skip on down to dessert. I'm a sucker for cheesecake. I love cheesecake. But specifically, there is a cheesecake. There is a cheesecake that is served in New Orleans, and it is a Creole cream cheesecake. I would have to have it like delivered from New Orleans, because this cheesecake, you know how Watchmen changed TV for you, Tom, where it just kind of like ruined it, where it's like anything you watch just doesn't compare. I love cheesecake. And this cheesecake, I had it over the summer while I was in New Orleans, and I was like, I can't have cheesecake ever again, because I'm always going to be like, I want that one. I get that. I want that one.
I want that one.
I want that one. For drink, honestly, like I'd really want to have a good mocktail menu. Like that does not happen. Like like
a virgin daiquiri.
Yeah, like but not even that. Nice. Like we all know that, but like when I was in New Orleans, again, I'm talking about New Orleans. There was a couple of restaurants that had really interesting mocktails, and it's like it's not just like but it was like mocktail versions of just different things. And I was like, I'm really impressed. But having an actual mocktail recipe would be like because I don't drink alcohol. So it's like, it'd be nice to be able to have people come in and
enjoy the mixes.
Exactly. Yeah. Main dish. Peanut butter. No, just kidding. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Man. Can I think about it?
Sure. Steve's, you go next.
All right. Appetizer.
Apps.
Would be a battle between the basic chips and salsa or mozzarella sticks.
How about you do mozzarella sticks since Josh already got the chips and
we're
salt?
gonna
Oh, yeah,
have
you did.
chips.
Yeah. Mozzarella sticks. Mozzarella
Yeah,
sticks,
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Mozzarella sticks. The main dish will be what we do for our 4th of July parties, which is what I call the California Aloha burger, which is basically burger, lettuce, tomato, meat, cheese, but you add in avocado and pineapple with the teriyaki sauce. California Aloha is what we call it.
Oh, California hello sounds like a sex move, but
It's Friday nights.
it's like a French exit, a California aloha.
Exactly. It's the partners on either side of the Pacific Ocean. Just there it is.
Yeah.
Drink. I'm gonna plug my boy. I'm gonna plug it. Pineapple Monterita or People's Monterita, which is pineapple juice and the Terramana tequila together.
Your boy.
Yeah. My boy, Dwayne Johnson. His People's Monterita, which is basically a pineapple margarita, is spectacular. And dessert. See, Josh, I'm with you on the cheesecake stuff, but for an alternative, I would go with just some sort of chocolate brownie with caramel sauce.
Hell yeah.
On top of it. That chocolate and caramel combo is
You could do like a molten cake with caramel.
like that. Yes, like that. Yes.
Yeah,
That's
not the way in Chef, because he actually doesn't know how to make a chocolate. Yeah.
My wife Bonnie, she loves to undercook anything that's like cookies, brownies. She's like, no, you undercook that shit. So it's like we made brownies the other day and it was basically lava cake. It was delicious.
Yes.
But it was like, oh God, this is so good. I did think of, so the cheesecake that I'm talking about, Commander's Palace in New Orleans, Creole cream cheesecake. If you're in New Orleans, it's a nicer restaurant. It's so good.
It sounds beautiful when you say it.
Yeah, I know. Main dish, Moofalata Sandwich. It's another New Orleans thing.
We had that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had it shipped in for my birthday. It is this sandwich that if you get a whole one, it's huge. It's probably like a good foot across, but it's a circle.
I love where your hands went.
It's like
Jesus.
it's a huge sandwich.
Yeah.
Horizons Forbidden West.
Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. This sandwich is too woke.
It looks too good. 4K, man. It's clearer than my future.
Man, I can
What's
see
that? What's that?
I can see all of the detail of every ingredient. It's too good. Oh, Moofalatas. I'm drooling.
So I'll go next.
Yeah.
So apps, them apps, baby.
Tom's is fried chicken for appetizer.
It's fried
main
chicken
dish.
wings, baby. It's chicken wings, man. You can't go to a spot called Bar and Grill, even if you're not drinking alcohol, and have no wings as your appetizer. You got to have the little carrot. You got to have the celery and ranch. You put the carrot and celery on the side, anyways. You don't touch that, but you need that there just because
to feel like you're complete.
You got to give people some options. You know what I'm saying?
You just quote Isaiah Whitlock from 25th Hour. Shit. That's like he just did.
Did I have never even heard of this.
You drug it out the way he does.
Shit. That being said, okay, main dish though. Okay, now my kind of bar and grill, I imagine it in my mind. Again, to me, this is a nerd on bar and grill. So we're all adding to the menu. And this is the Josh setup. This is the Steve setup. This is the Tom. But the location in my mind is like beachfront. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're on the beach.
We gonna have some fish tacos?
No, for me though, it's like airy, so it's like large open spaces. There's no door. You just walk in, right? And the way you close the place, you put your tarp down. And so for me, I would have Peking Duck as my main dish. Now, Peking Duck is a giant bowl, a circular. They call it like a lazy Susan or a turntable, whatever thing. And it's you got to get this duck.
Isn't that something that you have to order an hour ahead or something like that?
No, a good Chinese restaurant typically has several in the back, and they're ready to go. But you do take days to make this shit. Okay. And they carve up this roasted slow roasted duck, and they put it in a little bowl. You put some hoisin.
Food questions.
And you eat that, baby. But that's the thing where it's like it's nice for everybody. You put that in the middle, so everybody's, I'm gonna take a little bit of duck and some sweet bao. You know what I'm saying?
I hate food questions because I always walk away going, so this is happening, right?
Yeah. We gotta do this. It's got to have a beachfront. It's got to be beachfront.
I'm gonna have a little bit of
Marley
everything.
Playing.
And then so for the drink, you got the Terramana, you got the mocktail. So how about we go pure non-alcoholic without even trying to be alcoholic at all? It's a bar and grill,
Gatorade.
right? But this is our bar and grill. I'm gonna make it a boba.
Oh,
I put some boba in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have a matcha, you can have a taro boba, you can have the coffee, you can have whatever. But then also it's a bar and grill, so you could spike that shit if you want to or not. Up to you. Again, the boba is still there.
Put this in the nerd on budget, Josh. Let's make this happen.
yep, because I decide that.
And then on
Join
the
the Nerd On
floor,
Nation.
on the second floor is where we do our recordings.
$1 to $5
And then we have a
a month.
live audience around us. And then at the end of the show,
We've lost them.
at the end of the show, then we go down and get some food, and then we do a mukbang. Anyway, okay, so for the dessert,
This is great.
so you had the cheesecake, and then you had like the molten fudge brownie thing
With caramel.
I'm a shout out one for Corey, and I'm gonna say a pie. I'll put a pie out there. We'll do
What kind of pie, Tom?
how about a chocolate silk pie?
Mm.
You know, a little creamy, a little slow, a little sensual. You know what I mean? Like, eat all the stuff I had. They get you all gummed up, but then this last one, you eat it slow. You eat sensual. You put on a little, little Chet Baker in the background.
Here's the thing. I got a shout out to B-Rad in the chat. He says, give Josh more work. Join the Nerd On Nation. I would be happy to do that. We always talk about people joining the Nerd On Nation and this being something that we want to do full time. Seriously, if we could, we would totally make a Nerd On restaurant.
Damn right.
I'm a big fan of this. People are like, "Oh, money can't buy you happiness." Y'all don't know what to buy. Y'all don't know what to buy. Y'all don't know how to invest. You don't know
Exactly.
Because the thing is, like, if I have all the money, then that means I could just make more things for people to enjoy. You don't understand that it's not for me to enjoy. It's to make things so I can create for the world and impact.
Money is
and
a
make the world
tool.
a better place. Yeah,
Exactly.
So, last question.
Next question.
As we put in the plans for this restaurant.
T-Dog8282 asks, first shout out T-Dog. What's your best memory of any Super Bowl?
Oh.
I know mine.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not a sports guy, but I remember this because I'm a San Diegan. I grew up in San Diego. Padres and Chargers are always my team, but there was a time in my life where the 49ers were also my team. 1995 Super Bowl, 49ers and the Chargers. I remember that.
Destroyed them.
Yeah, no, we got, yeah, it was bad. Just like when the Padres went to the World Series, I knew it, but then I forgot. Got swept hard. Swept in the World Series where you're like, oh, buddy, how'd you get here?
Why are we here?
But buddy, like you're talking about like when you watch like WWE and that's just like, well, that happened. But yeah, the 1995 Super Bowl, I just remember like being a San Diegan being like, yes, because San Diego teams aren't great. They aren't great.
Mm-hmm.
So when something like this happens, you're like, yes! Yes! The Chargers followed me. I just want everybody to know.
As a Niner fan, Josh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was a Niner fan too at the time.
Hey,
That's right. Yeah.
Hey,
that's
Steve,
right.
do you want to be sorry about something? Half the people in the chat weren't even born yet, so.
Yep, I'm the old man. I know. My knees hurt.
Yeah,
My knees hurt.
you got baned in your back without even fighting.
I was 10.
Yep.
I was 4.
That's 13.
I'll go next because I'll make mine quick. I don't have one.
Hell yeah.
the most exciting thing that in my memory is Janet Jackson, which is a terrible thing to say because you say Janet Jackson when it should be Justin Timberlake sabotaged her, and we need justice for that shit. But that being said,
Patriots won that Super Bowl too. That was their second one.
What else? What else happened? I don't know. I remember that one where like Star Wars, I think, was coming back, and then like a little kid dressed as Vader, and then everyone just remembered the commercial. I don't remember. I don't.
I like the commercials. They're fun. That's my goal as an actor is to be in a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, I understand that the Super Bowl is the largest like entertainment product in the entire world.
I thought you were going to call it a property, and I was like, yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're supposed to call it the big game.
I think it's like $52 billion in one day. But I'm like, to me, like the Olympics should be more important, even though it's not, which is crazy to think.
You'll be excited when there's a commercial during that says, "From Tom Pitt Borsooth." That's when you'll be excited, right? Right?
I guess.
This
Dude,
fall.
all the eyes are watching the trailer.
Yeah.
All the eyes are on it.
Yeah.
Do you know how much money they spent to just get it like a minute teaser during the Super Bowl? Do you know how much? Millions. So if a movie by Tommy P shows up,
that guy,
and it's the sequel to Concussion, and everyone's like, "Boo! We don't like anti-football movie."
and maybe it has me in the trailer doing one of these.
Yeah,
like that, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, you go, man. You go.
Dramatic head turn.
It's going to be one time Academy Award winning Will Smith, several nominated later. Tell the truth.
And Anthony Esteves, the guy you've never heard of.
But that's me. Esteves, what is yours?
All right, Josh took my sports one because
did I
was
really?
one of because
wow.
I do remember. I remember the Niners' last 2 Super Bowl victories. Mm-hmm. That I remember in my memory. But I'll go entertainment wise. When Prince performed the halftime show, his performance was fantastic. I would still say it's Prince. He played in the rain, purple rain, as it was raining. It was
he
amazing. He's out
the weather
there
and was like,
"Yeah,
yo, I need you to rain,
rain now."
And it was
and the weather was like, "Oh yeah, you're Prince, of course."
Or Marvel ran to their studios and were like, "We have to create Storm.
Make it for Prince. Make it for Prince." That one was easily the best halftime show I've seen, and I got to say I was very amped and excited for this last one, and it did not let me down with Dre, Snoop, M, Kendrick, and Mary J. I thought it was fantastic. So I mean, but Prince's would be the best.
I still haven't watched it, and I need to.
To this day,
it literally brought back memories.
So now we'll go into some of the questions we got for today in the chat, but I do got to mention that we have Mr. Corthaniel in the chat saying
Corthaniel the Brave
is my best friend on this episode.
Right here.
And he is.
Right here.
That is Steve's.
Right here.
So
I'm wearing the beanie for him. Let him know I'm wearing the beanie for him.
He can tell. You just don't have the chat up.
Corey, can you see me? Corey?
Everyone that's listening on this episode, Steve's is really close to his camera and not his mic. The first question. First question comes from Ethan. Who do the Crusaders have capes?
No, we are the Capeless Crusaders because not all heroes wear capes.
It's true. It's very true.
I'll
second that because I was a shoebox original.
Yeah, an Arden shoebox original right there. Yep. Still has his vest, has his cut in his closet.
I mean, the shirt that we don't actually have is the one that's on our Nerd On logo. The next question is going to be from 1992, Johnny Hoare. Question: what is your favorite breakfast meal?
Oh, shit.
Breakfast burrito. Breakfast burrito is the all-time favorite. I just love it. It's just so good. And when I find a place that has a good breakfast burrito, I'm always like, nice. So
yeah, I'm
good.
with that too.
My college had one. weirdly. Like they had a really good breakfast burrito, and I was like, wow. And with sausage, I prefer sausage. Not all restaurants have breakfast burritos with sausage. It's sad. Makes me sad.
Have you had it with chorizo?
Ooh. Yes, it's so good.
Yeah. How much
hate
Josh on this
food
one?
questions?
Okay, so breakfast burrito for Steves and Josh. For some variety, breakfast meal. I'm gonna go with I'll go Asian. I've been doing Asian stuff all day today. Honestly, back in the day when I was a kid, something as simple as what Chinese people call as congee, which is just a rice porridge. You put a little bit of ginger, a little bit of soy sauce in that.
Okay.
But on the side, you have like these Chinese donuts with these long, deep fried pieces of bread, and then you dip that bad boy in some condensed milk.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
okay.
you have that.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it was interesting. That's just a childhood thing. I wouldn't say that's my favorite thing, but breakfast burrito is kind of like the best thing ever.
I win.
Next question.
I win.
Next question. This one comes from T-Dog8282. What that orb do? This doesn't only come from
Our chat was going wild.
Everyone, they were
For
going like
10
rabid.
minutes.
I'd be like, "What's up with the door?" And I was like, "Guys, it's a light. All it is a light, and I don't have a battery to it, so it would normally strobe or it could like glow red or blue or whatever."
Next time, Tom, you come dressed as a wizard and you just set it off. There it is.
But that
Pondering your orb.
Yeah, I mean, like if for people who are watching it, you can see I have a visualizer in the background. I did like what Julie said. It's a pondering orb. I'm in the middle of redecorating my room or my new room, whatever it is. And this was just nearby, and I hoped it was on because normally my stream setup has like a little bit more color than just the normal tungsten tones, but it's fine. Next question. This is a short one. This is not more of a question. It's more of a comment. Black Diablo Mamba says, Anthony, you could maybe this will be a request for next week. Should your internet be okay, you can join us.
Yes.
You can also talk about Cody Rhodes joining WWE.
Yes.
But that'll
This
be
is
for
a
another
big
time.
deal. Another time. Yes, I'll bring that up.
Thomas Sillario asks, what are your guys' favorite ice creams?
Oh.
Steves, please go.
You broke him.
Yeah. Ooh, it's gonna be a toss up between cookie dough and moose tracks, which is like
tracks?
Oh,
That
I know
sounds-
what you're talking about. Oh man,
Is that like what you leave in your underwear after you do and you didn't wipe right?
It might look like that. It might look like it. Yeah. It's just chocolate on chocolate pieces up in there, and it's yeah, those two, cookie dough or moose tracks. That's the two that I'd get tied between.
I had to put this image on the stream because
I can't see it.
Is that Julie?
because Julie Gamer Fuji always coming in with our memes. I had to because I have the power.
My goodness.
If you are listening, please head on over to our YouTube and watch the video version. Or no, head on to our Twitch. I'll make sure that Tom has this. It's too good. It's too good. Check it out. Anyway, ice cream, cookies and cream. I'm a basic bitch. I love cookies and cream.
Bitch.
Okay, for me, I do like a mint chocolate chip, but I think honestly, again, another childhood one was vanilla with rainbow sprinkles. I was a kid. I was like, that's what I like. I like it in a little bowl, or I like it in a cone.
I like it.
Next
I like what I like.
I like that. I like it.
Tom, okay, I'm just reading the chat. Is this a new meta where I'm just gonna become the orb guy? Because everyone's like, Tom likes Dippin' Dots because of orbs.
Yes.
I'm like, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. You have
okay.
become our wizard who likes orbs.
I've become orb man.
Ponder the orb.
Orb man. Only orbs in my room.
It's too good.
That being said, last question. Or
Yes.
do we have much time we got?
No, it's
Last one?
question.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Black Diablo Mamba asks, question, since we have a new guest here, this will be a continuation of a previous Mamba question.
Oh
The
wow.
Nerd On crew has has challenged the Capeless Crusaders to a competitive contest. Nerd-On chooses an activity, then Anthony chooses one, and then choose the final event to determine the greatest of all the universe.
I like how we just chose this as the last question. This is going to be like
it's like a multi-stepped 4 phases, 20 film long, 1 arc, and 4 spin-offs just to say be a good guy. That's all it says. So I mean the Nerd-On crew, okay, choose an activity. Okay. Build a PC.
Okay.
We all have in Nerd-On now, and I don't think one person in the Creative Crusaders have done it.
I can repair a Mac.
There we go.
Can you, or do you just send it out?
I was of the era that still repaired Macs.
Oh,
we didn't send them out.
Ouch!
Oh.
Any previous Apple employee went, ow.
Repair in store? Okay. All right. I got
Esteves, you choose the final you choose an event that that Crusaders fight Nerd-On with.
Oh yeah. Myself representing the Crusaders.
Uh-huh.
Tom representing Nerd-On.
I know.
Hell in a cell.
Okay, let's go. Hey man, I don't gotta be stronger. All I gotta do is outlast you.
Yeah.
Wow. How what's the time limit? Is it 3 minutes of game time?
Hell in a cell, there's no time limit. Someone's gotta be pinned.
Okay.
Tom's scrappy. I don't know, man.
Gonna wear your blood on my chest.
Hey man. My program's called the War Ready program. Let's go, baby. And then choose the final event. Mamba is do we choose the final event, or do you choose a final event, or does Esteves choose a final event? We'll find out soon enough, maybe. But if we can, Esteves, what would be the final event, I guess, after this?
3 Crusaders, 3 Nerd-On members, Elimination Chamber.
So violent. Okay, so that means that's yours. It's all okay. So that's his event. Josh, what event do you want to have for a final event?
Who gives the best hugs?
So we're not fighting.
He's a pacifist, man.
Josh in the Elimination Chamber, the minute his pot opens, hey,
you know what I would actually be down to do?
Hug.
Team Crusaders versus Team Nerd-On. Who could eat 5 pizzas the fastest?
Oh, okay. Man versus food style. All right. Okay.
So we do a battle of the brain,
Okay.
a battle of the brawn, and then a battle of the belly.
Cuisine.
Spice.
Josh?
Hotness. Like a food hotness.
Oh, shit.
I mean, the thing is, I'm going to win because I'm just going to die.
Tom, I know you. I know
just
you would represent us, and
I'll
would
just be like,
probably
y'all-
last a pretty long time, but there might be
Yeah.
a time where I go, you know what? I respect myself too much, and Tom will be like,
What respect? Well, just call
I'm
me
here
an
to win.
ambulance.
I'm here to win.
After this, call me the ambulance. Yeah,
I
that'll
know
be it.
this. All right, that is the update. Everybody at home, thank you so much for listening to this circus. That is the update. If you are new to the update, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you all. Wherever you are listening, we are everywhere podcasts can be heard. Apple, Spotify, Podchaser, everywhere. And we do video episodes, so you can check it out on Twitch. You can watch past Twitch streams of this show. We also are here pretty often throughout the week. So do check out that, nerdon.tv/Twitch, and check out the YouTube, all of our episodes, even Nerd On the podcast. Check out our website, nerdon.tv. It has our whole back catalog. It has the whole back catalog of Capeless Crusaders as well. That is hundreds of episodes. We
a lot.
have like 400. They have 300 plus. It's a lot. So check out.
You never have to
nerdon.tv.
drive alone ever again.
Exactly.
We're there with you.
And if you're on the 210 East in Los Angeles, you'll see a billboard that has our face on it. So there you go. Anyway,
Nice.
what else?
didn't know
What
that.
else? Yeah, we did the thing.
Nice.
Do make sure to check out the Capeless Crusaders. They're on all the social medias. If you go to our website, you'll be able to find all their links as well. Do consider joining the Nerd On Nation. I've said it a lot, and I'll keep saying it because it does allow us to just keep on growing and keep doing what we do. Nerdon.tv/Patreon. It's also just a really dope community to be a part of. Last piece of housekeeping, one of the most important ones. Stop by, rate, and review. It does allow us to grow. It's the way that people see that, oh, they make good stuff. They do the thing. That's how people make their decisions sometimes. So stop by, rate and review, and share us with your friends and family. But that's it. That's the housekeeping. We're done. You know the drill, everybody. As always, nerd.
Ending broadcast.